To answer back to the question, why don't you milk? Guru Gurvalkar got very, very upset. He was very angry. So Shankaracharya Puri said, Guruji, ab to hamara case kharab kar rahe hain. Chup rahiye. In any case, PNB comes out of the meeting. Many years later, he meets Kurian and they exchange notes. This is about 3 decades later. And Kurian says, Gurvalkar became a very close friend of mine. And he said, "Ye cow wala business jo hai na, this is politics. This is just to get people together, unity. Aap mujhe support kar lijiye isme." After that, I promise I will sit with you and eat beef. Kurian has written this in his biography. So this was PMB's activism. Anytime there was a need, he never bothered. He just came out. He went after government. Whether it was Maharishi Mahesh Yogi in Hyderabad or Satya Sai Baba. He went to Maharishi Mahesh Yogi's meeting because Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, who did TN, Transcendental Meditation, talked about levitation, called PMB. He said, "Look, you're calling me, but I'm going to come to your meeting and speak like a skeptic." They thought PMB would be, very, polite. But PMB didn't mince words. And there was mayhem. Homeopathy. He was called for a meeting in Hyderabad and he addressed people. He said, it's a democracy. Everybody has the right to go to whatever kind of doctor they want, even a witch doctor is fine. But the government has no business to spend taxpayers' money on homeopathy. What happened? The very next day, we had 200 homeopaths descend on our office. Our office was completely vandalized. But it didn't stop him. Astrology, you all know, when the NDA government came, they wanted Jyotirvidya to become a course, and MSc degrees being given for Jyotirvidya. Dr. Bhargavan had to went to Supreme Court. I don't have to tell you about GMOs. He had his if he had courage of conviction, he never went back. So these are the questions I'm asking. I'm not against genetic engineering. I want to know, are the safety protocols in place? Are you prepared to leave something in the environment and not be able to recall it and face the consequences later? Answer these questions. He helped industry. If it wasn't for him, Shanta Biotech would not have come up with the country's first recombinant genetic engineering product, which is hepatitis B vaccine. He saw to it that Shanta is able to use CCMB's facilities to incubate this product. Sun Pharma would not have become the biggest pharmaceutical laboratory if they had not invested in research, and Dr. Bhargav did this. Science today has lost its basic science today has lost its biggest votary. And PMB said, if you want to hold your head high in the quality of nations, you have to be strong in basic science. And your applied science will come out from there. And CCMB has shown it. DNA fingerprinting has come out. CCMB was the first laboratory totally devoted to basic research. And so much applied work has come out. Ram has talked about lacons, conservation of endangered species, DNA fingerprinting, drought-resistant rice variety. All of this has come out from basic research laboratory. Let me not take much time. When he built CCMB, the kind of support he gave to the weavers, he sent his wife, Manorama, went to the weavers in Kozhikode and Pochampalli and bought hand-woven, Kannan would remember, hand-woven ikat material. At one point, CCMB was the best showroom for Andhra ikat. He had every variety, whether it was in a guest house or a canteen. And he insisted on professionalism everywhere. Excellence. The canteen and the guest house in CCMB were the best. You know where our people from the canteen went? They went to luxury cruise liners. They were picked up like that. He was very good at scouting good people. Anyway, we can draw inspiration from PMB, not from just the legacy that he's left back. All the I'm sure he will hear more from people. But also, with great fortitude that he spent the last few years, and he's really, really sick. We take the slightest, excuse or umbrage on the slightest pain or headache to push things off. Here's a man who was suffering from prostate cancer, from renal failure. He has lost his eyesight because of glaucoma, only one eye partially working. He was completely immobile because Parkinson's had wasted his entire musculoskeletal system. He moved on, and his wheelchair never let anybody know the kind of problems that he was going through. 10 days before he passed, he had a board meeting around his bed. So, one can draw inspiration from the fact that you're so committed that till the last breath, you wanted to be useful to society. And he was doing his dialysis 3 times a week. He said, to hell with it. I want dialysis to live. I don't want to live. I want to live for dialysis. Let me end with just a few things that he said. He always mentioned to us, look, there are no shortcuts to success. And attention to detail is very, very important to achieve anything. And if meticulousness could be given another name, it would be PMP. I'm sure Ram would agree, having seen what CCMB was like. He was a very well-worried man in his last days, looking at this anti-intellectual climate in the country and the consolidation of an anti-science, anti-secular, and anti-democratic stance. And he kept saying that, these people talk about development. Is development possible without science? Is science possible without democracy, without the right to question, without a space for dissent? What development are we talking about? Well, I've had the great privilege of being associated with PMP and his entire gamut of work in the last 35 years, and to be with him till his last breath on the 1st of August. I've tried to document some of these things in a biography that I've just finished. It's gone to a publisher. I'm hoping a good publisher will pick up. My great misfortune that I couldn't get this out before PMP left, but on the other hand, my good luck that PMP actually read it and he loved it. So I had his endorsement on it. I'd like to end with one statement that PMP made, and he repeated this over and over again whenever he had a chance. He said, an important biological maxim is that variety leads to evolution and homogeneity leads to extinction. One of India's greatest strengths is the variety it has in all areas, be it religion or climate, or food or biodiversity, or customs or dress. We need to preserve this variety which BJP wishes to destroy. Thank you very much for your patience.